everyone. So thank you very much for inviting us to talk about agile entrepreneur marketer. Especially, I hope to share some of our research findings on this very important topic, which is very important for uh, small businesses in our country at this crisis situation. So I'm Nuresh Eranda, representing the Department of Marketing Management in the Faculty of Management at the University of Eranda. So I welcome all of you just to listen few minutes for this agile entrepreneurial marketer topic with some of our research findings on this area. What is agility? Some of you may be really familiar with this. So it's all about, as marketers, as managers, we have to move very quickly. And then we have to learn a little bit more than others. So we call it outlearning. So how we can do that? I think in the modern digitalized world, outlearning is a kind of a habit that we all of us have to master today in order to be competitive in this highly volatile and dynamic environment. And also, if we do that, if we outlearn, definitely we can outperform, particularly our competitors, especially as entrepreneurs. Outperforming others in a very differentiated way is very, very important for you to achieve a very high competitive advantage in the marketplace as entrepreneurs, particularly as small scale business people. But one thing that we should not lose while we are agile, that is about we should not lose the opportunity that has to be captured in order to create a value for us and also to create value for rest of the others and mainly for our stakeholders. So how we can do this? Now, let me start with a very nice example in here. Dr. Lasantha Malavige, of course, he's the founder and right now the CEO at Lasana Flora, which he started as a third year medical student at the Faculty of Medical Faculty in the University of Colombo. What he has seen in our country, people who need flowers for their functions, particularly for weddings and some other associated functions in their lives. But the problem is they couldn't get those flowers, especially fresh flowers. So then he has seen there is a big opportunity for the fresh flowers where you have a huge demand in the marketplace. Right now, he has become the market leader, particularly in wedding flowers and also in most of the floral solution arrangements, particularly for the corporate sector and even for the government organization events. But the journey that he has taken is very much challenging. And he did not lose that opportunity. How he has done? He was from the beginning, he built up, relationships with the supply community who are living in our hill country area in the country, mainly in Nuresh, Valimada, Bandaravela, where the flowers are growing. So what he did with these suppliers, constantly he was looking at how can I be innovative, particularly in designing the flowers, flower arrangements, and how can I provide a very nice floral solution rather than just providing a bunch of flowers. What he did, he tried to find out some ways to add more value for the particular events. So he was continuously trying to find out how can I sustain my organization without losing the opportunity which is created in the marketplace. At the same time, what he did, he raised the bar of this industry, which has been dominated by some autocratic players who did not pay much attention on the quality of the flowers which can add more higher value for customers. So instead, what he did, he introduced and he embed professionalism into the floral industry by being continuously innovative, but without losing the opportunity. When you think of being agile marketer in the modern marketplace, so you need to move from this left hand side to right hand side. What is this left hand? It's all about being mechanistic. What is that? You can have an organization with lots of rules and regulations, autocracy, right? um, or bureaucracy, what you call. So there are a lot of terms to introduce that. Probably you may remember Max Weber, who introduced this bureaucratic theory of management. But can you go ahead with that kind of approach to be agile? Of course, no. So what you need to do, look at the right hand side. We have to operate like an ecosystem where one single plant has to depend on others and others have to depend on this particular plant. So you as entrepreneurs have to be like that. You have to absorb whatever the good things for the sustainability of your organization, and you need to give something back to the community who is really helping them. So if you do that way, if you sustain your journey in that way, definitely you can become an agile marketer who can add more value for everyone. Let's look at this particular case study that we researched a few years back. So what we found, now this organization called Celine, which is located in Kurunegala district in Sri Lanka, little bit of a rural background area. So what we found, they built up a system perspective. They built a system into the organization. They built a very nice ecosystem. So you can see this. There are two ladies in the middle of this particular slide. And so they are mother and the daughter. Mother's name is Mrs. Sandra Maduragala, together with her daughter, Miss Selina Peris. So particularly what they did, they add a lot of value for this industry, which has been not given much priority even by the government. What is this industry? You can see the rural entrepreneur there. So she is basically stitching some garments. So these are not like fully fledged garment factories. Instead, now what we call this actually, so this is about local handloom industry. You can see the rural entrepreneurs there, rural workshops where the rural ladies are coming and working in some of these places in Kurunegala district. But what these two innovative ladies have done, they built marketing into here. You can see even the logo of this organization. So it looks like a lady, but she is rooted very strongly to the earth. Through what? Through many different stakeholders. Right? So their tagline is all about what? Craft to empower. So they try to empower the local community by building a very nice ecosystem. So through that, they are becoming more agile. How? You see the Instagram picture which I have taken from the Instagram. So they have taken this rural industry to the Instagram to connect with the global buyers. You can see very nice pictures that they put in order to market their products to the global customer base, particularly in countries like, especially from Europe and even some other Asian countries. And also, not only that, they are working very closely with the World Fair Trade Organization, and they have been recognized as the one of the fair trade guaranteed organization from Sri Lanka. Actually, they are the only organization who are guaranteed for fair trade in this traditional industry from Sri Lanka. So they are building a very nice ecosystem, which is adding really higher value for everyone. So you see, entrepreneurs, if they work in a very agile manner, it adds value not only for them, but for many other people surrounded by you. So being agile is really important. Now, when they become more agile, another important thing resulted. What is that? They were able to build up the creativity and also innovativeness even during this pandemic time, COVID-19 time. You see some of the nice innovations that they have done. So we are wearing masks even right now, right? But who thought mask can be a kind of a fashionable item? So they thought in that way. They anticipated in that way. See the tagline here, power of a simple cloth mask. So you see the different assortments of colors which are given. So then they entered into fashionable apparel, as well as their fashionable apparel is complemented recently with this fashionable face mask as well. So someone who is wearing a green dress can wear this green mask to match your face cover with your rest of the other dress, right? And they were talking about reusable, reversible, washable, some of the sustainability concepts, right? So they have done very nice marketing into this, and they came up with very different sizes depending on the face size of the customer. So they have gone into that level, customize the product to add more value to the customers. And of course, you cannot forget the school kids safely back to school, because our country, so we have gone through this hard time of COVID-19, and the school kids were continuously at home, and they were back. When they were back to the school, they can wear this mask which is in white color, where the uniform of school kids is in white color in Sri Lanka, so that can match their mask with their uniform color. So you see how important for you to be innovative and creative by being an agile entrepreneurial marketer even during this pandemic time. Let's look at another one of our research finding to support this total argument. If you are an agile entrepreneurial marketer, definitely you should focus on sustainability aspect that you cannot forget these days. So there are a lot of research is being done on this area. Right? So we are sharing only one of the case study that we developed on this. Used papers are no more a waste. For whom? Particularly for the people who are living in the area called Udaperadiniya, which is very much close to my university. There's a very nice entrepreneur here. You can see his picture. His name is Mr. Agaraviyanage. So when we interviewed him, what he told, his organization called Earthbound Creation, what they do, they are using these waste papers. You know, once we read the weekend newspaper, it has more than 200, 300 pages in one newspaper, particularly in the Sri Lankan context. So once you read it, so it's going to be just a product for throw away. So Mr. Sagara saw this one as an opportunity for him to start a new business. So you can see the products that he had made here, very nice products. You can see some of the things like cups and some of the things like flower vases. And not only that, you can see the pencils which have been made out of used papers. You can see how nice they are. And you can see a lot of varieties of products, even some of the bags which you can of course use for environmental friendly products. And then you can see some ornaments and key tags, so many things that he's building up with this waste product. You see, you can really focus on sustainability ground as an entrepreneurial marketer, as an entrepreneurial agile marketer rather. So what he has done, he connects the social issue with some of the strategic marketing issues. So, what are the social issues that Mr. Sagar has addressed in here? Unemployment is one of the biggest problems in this particular area of Udaperadini, where particularly if you take the ladies, so they do not have much employment opportunity. The main employment opportunity, if you are not much educated, is just to go for a garment factory or apparel factory and becoming a Juki machine operator. But you have to sacrifice around 10 hours in that work. So Mr. Sagar told, no, you don't need to go there. While being at home, let's try to become an entrepreneur with our support. So ladies are taking these newspapers with the technology and they go back to the home and they're weaving these products by looking after the other responsibilities at their house. And also, he was able to connect this social issue. Not only the unemployment is a social issue in there. You see, this waste management is one of the biggest social issue that as a country that we are facing. So his business is a solution into that waste management social issue as well. And also, he was able to connect these social issues with the strategic marketing issues, where country needs a lot of foreign exchange at the moment. So he's one of the contributor who is bringing dollars into our country. So you see, being an agile marketer is giving you a lot of wonders. You can focus on many things. It can really improve and upgrade not only your standards, but your local community and your salient stakeholders as well. So with that, I would like to wind up this small session. So thank you very much once again for giving us the opportunity. And we hope this academic forum would be a very successful one. And thank you very much once again and have a pleasant day.